Morning everyone, Ian from DIY Home Gardening. It's the 2nd of July and I've come up to Allotment to try and get some watering done before work. But before I start, just thought I'd do you the usual start to the month video. So if I turn the camera around and then show you what I've been doing and where I'm at. Well, it might seem strange, but we'll start with the shed. Reason being is that, well, excuse the mess, but I've now lifted all the garlic and all the onions. So there are the onions down there, some big old ones there. So there's some Sensu, Autumn Giant, and Electric. And then I've started on sorting out the garlic. So yeah, they're ones that have been cleaned up and they're just getting ready to be, well, they're drying. And then I've got these ones to sort out. Well, those are to sort out, they're to sort out, and that's actually elephant garlic, which just wants resting, cleaning, and then most of that's going to be replanted for cropping next year. Right, I'm back out. I had to momentarily turn the camera off before I tripped over. So sweet peas finally have got up to the height on the archway on this side, and much slower on the mouse chewed side, but you can see they're doing their thing. Moving on to this bed. So this bed is courgettes and the marrows. So you can see there's quite a few courgettes coming amongst here. Have lost one plant over the back there on that one. So it's normal courgette. Then we've got the shooting star there, which they're just starting. There's a little rotten one in there, but these seem to be much slower to get going. Marrows. So again, you can see they're now starting to bulk up. We've pulled one of the marrows, or cut one of the marrows the other night. And then there's the popping corn through the middle, and some nice black currants. Right, and we'll get onto this bed, which has gone a bit balmy. So Guinness record beans now up to the top on probably half of them. Calendulas looking beautiful. Chrysanthemums I've caned and tied in, but they're sort of struggling now to compete against the pumpkins. That's a normal sweet corn, and you see, so this is Big Mac. See the first one developing there, another one on there, and there's one on the other side just through there, which you can maybe see. So we're now at the stage where these are size for stopping essentially, which will then help them bulk out. Just going to, now I've got the one pumpkins forming, I'll then start stripping off flowers as they develop. I just want one pumpkin on each runner of each plant. On this end, so these are the Dill's Giant. I have been picking off the pumpkins because, quite frankly, I didn't want them forming up here in the beds. I wanted them to form out here, but you can see there that one's obviously got eaten, so I'll have to wait for another one to form, which hopefully, if that pollinates, that will be the one. And there's one there that looks decent, but it seems like these ones here are a little bit slower to get going than the others. This bed was planted probably about 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the other one, and so you can sort of see there's that lag in growth, certainly on a lot of the stuff. so the beans have been slower to get up. They're white lady. I think also this side sits drier. And then we got butternut squash here. There's the yuki curies in the middle, which is where all this run has come from. And then at the far end there's the summer squash. So you can see summer squash forming there, and a few of the others starting to appear. So hopefully they'll start making size soon. There's a bloom developing on the chrysanthemums there, and another one. So I do need to weed this bed. Then this bed, this is the cut flower for dahlia, which I've got to say so far has been, well, they seem to have struggled, but again I prepared the bed very late. I planted them a little bit late. I mean, everything seemed to be a bit late, to be honest, and a bit of a rush to actually get them done. Perimeter planting of snowball onion and then shallots around the outside, just to make use of some chuckways from work. And the dahlias are now starting to actually come up, so they're starting to form a bit of size to them, and some purposeful bud in some of them, but others definitely need a bit of work, and it needs a good weed. So these really poor things, well, they were the French beans, just never got going. You can see that they've produced some beans on a really tiny plant, but that's the way it is, I guess. This bed, so we got the potatoes, we got twinners up until that bar there, and then that's the blue salad crop, which is the main crop. So we picked some of the potato, well, just had 3 or 4 plants out, which was a decent crop. Some very big potatoes amongst it, which, yeah, hopefully some of you have seen that video. And really, I think in the next week or two I'll lift the rest of these second earlies, so it just, as I say, leave the blue salads in. Then we got this bed here, purple sprouting broccoli, of which we've had some of the heads out of, which, you know, you want to leave the rest of the plant, because you should then start getting florets forming, which hopefully we'll see soon. It's always a good idea just to go around every now and then, just whip off these lower yellow leaves. One, it cleans it up, so you're not going to be having sort of dead matter sitting there that the slugs can get into, but also it just means that you're going to be getting a bit more light to the lower levels, and allow the water to get in there. I did have as a surround radish. We've now picked all of those, and the ones that weren't picked have now gone woody, so they've all been discarded, so I need to do a new sowing. Now there you can sort of see, so I've had the top head out and now it's branching out quite nicely. Broad beans, had absolutely stacks of those, which has been amazing. Best crop ever, I would say, from probably the fewest amount of plants ever. So they've been really good. Haven't had hardly any black fly on them, even though these were spring sown, and I think the reason being is that I was a bit more on it this year with the broad beans, so as soon as they kind of started showing signs of the black fly, took out the tops, which you can see, and so that got rid of the black fly, because the black fly only like the soft tips. They're not interested in the rest of the plant, so they've been really good. Now lifted all the spinach, so that's all gone. We've started on the chard, hence why I've done more sowings of that. So the chard will get planted out, although the chard will not go into this bed. Then this bed here, so again you can probably see that been eating the Cavolo Nero. Again, slightly differently, rather than just cutting the whole plant, which is what so many people do, just take the leaves that you need. And if you take the bottom leaves, then the plant will continue to grow upwards, and as long as it's well watered, you won't get it bolting anyway, but it just means you're not sacrificing the whole plant for the sake of a meal. See these big leaves here? So these are the parsnips coming through, so they're obviously putting on some decent growth, hopefully below ground now as well. The carrots, again, we've pulled a few carrots. You can see there's some still forming there. Calabrese, we've had most of the Calabrese. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. They've now gone past it, so really I need to probably get back here tonight after work and just chop the heads out of them, and unfortunately they'll be discarded. But you can see these, so where we've taken the tops out and eaten the tops, you get these other florets coming through, so they'll be quite nice for eating at a later stage. And we've had a few of the cabbage, which you can see why, well, I've planted a few extras, but again the cabbage are doing really well, so I'm pleased on those. Let's just stroll down to this bed. All the lettuce is now gone, so that was there, so again I've done another sowing of that. The rocket has gone absolutely crazy, which is this batch here. It has started running up to seed or to flower, so again I need to get in there and just chop those heads out, because once it gets to seed stage or flowering stage, it then starts changing its leaf composition, starts getting a little bit more bitter, so I need to cut those stems out, give it a feed. This is land cress, so again it's bulking up really nicely, looking very nice, happy with that. Pak choi, again I've got to admit, this is the first time that I've ever successfully grown pak choi, so it looks decent. I mean, they look amazing. All right, there's a few holes in them from the slugs and snails, but that's not going to affect the flavour. Literally got a few celery that have made it. The rest unfortunately succumbed to the slugs. Beetroot, I don't know whether you can see, I had a look the other day, there's a few, well, you probably can't notice, there's a few starting to produce a decent root, if you like. Haven't pulled any as yet. I was quite late to actually plant those out, so given where we're at, I'm quite happy with those. Spring onions, I need to pull some more of those. So these here, these are actually Brussels sprouts, so they'll be for the autumn time, and you can see interplanted here, much like in that bed, there's also leeks growing, so they're nice and happy. Right, so we've got this bed here. This was set out for all the garlic and onion, which have now been pulled. What I did on this bed and the bed to the right, because they were the first beds that I'd done last year, they'd sunk by about 4 or 5 inches, I guess, so I actually pulled off all the top layer. So we scraped off the whole lot of the good-ish soil. So it's about 6 inches further down. Moved in a load of the not so good clayish type soil from around some of the perimeters, just to help on my levels. So I've put that in the sub base, put in 3 inches worth of manure, and then just pulled back this more broken down composted soil on top, so that gives finishing height. So I did that on this bed, also did it on this bed. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, we'll come to that. So the other night planted this bed out, so for the first time ever I'm actually experimenting with growing the sweet peppers and chili peppers in the ground. And again, hopefully some of you would have seen the video I posted the other night with me doing this and just sort of explaining it. But normally I'd only have these plants growing in a 3 litre size pot which I had got them to that size, but thought, well, again, I've got the space, I might as well try it. Not a lot to lose, I mean, other than some fruits, but again, so they are planted in the bed once it was finished like this one. Then I've done a top dressing of manure a couple of inches over the top, then put this polythene surround. The idea was to protect it from the onslaught of wind that is normally up here, and to raise the temperature. As you can see, following a windy day yesterday and last night, it has come down in places, so I need to get back up here and mend that, which, well, hopefully won't be too difficult. I mean, at least it's held at the bottom, so that's the main thing. But yeah, that is it. That's my 2nd of July roundup. Oh, I should probably show you these. My son's little hanging baskets, they're doing well. His little nasturtiums just need a water, and the sweet peas finally growing up around them. And so that is it. That is my 2nd of July roundup on the allotment. I don't know what to say really. I am pleased. We've had our money's worth of crops so far, either in what we've eaten or in terms of all the onions and garlic, what's going to be available to us for, well, from now through to next year, hopefully. But I'm quite interested to see how my chili pepper kind of experiment turns out, so having not done it before. But also at this stage of the year, I'm pleased to say that, yeah, some of the crops that are doing well up here are doing well. You know, things that I haven't tried before because I've never had space to really try it. So yeah, considering where we're at and we're July, I am pleased with how the site's looking. As I've done previous posts, or done a previous post on, you know, I think key to it, as is almost visible by the bed behind me, has been a bit organised, working on that succession, so that actually probably next week I'll be able to plant that bed out and then it'll be full up again. And I think that's really the key, making sure that you can be a step ahead and work out what you're going to do. But yeah, I'm certainly enjoying the time up at the allotment, that's for sure. So anyway, as a quick roundup, thanks for watching the video. If you got any questions, always feel free to send them over to me. It's great to hear from you. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so don't miss out on all the future videos I'm doing. And more importantly, well, it is a bit overcast, but more importantly, get outside, enjoy your garden, enjoy your gardening, you know, enjoy experimenting, and see, you know, you might find a new way that works better for you. So till next time, bye for now.